Okay, so hi, I'm back. Okay, you guys have been waiting for this video for a while and it's finally here. I'm basically just going to sum up what has happened and how it happened, because a lot of people have been wanting me to talk more about how everything happened, like how I found out I was pregnant or stuff like that, because I don't know why it just interests people. So that's basically what I'm going to be talking about in this video, and I'm also going to do a pregnancy update and an update on how I'm feeling and stuff like that, because a lot of you have been wanting me to talk about that, because I don't know, it interests people. So I've been wanting to kind of get some video ideas, because I'm running low on video ideas, because it's been really hard, and I'm just getting back into school again and kind of going back to that normal routine after a month almost, because a lot of people found out last month and they're all still a little bit shocked. Some people are not supportive of me that were my friends and that I've supported for many years, and they just decided not to support me in this. So yeah, that's basically why I've kind of been off too, because school has just been stressing me out, and I just have a lot of anxiety, and summer's almost here, and it's I have to do so much in order to just get through this last year of school, because I'm not going to be at the same school next year. So thank God, I'm going to be moving on from that, and I'm just kind of happy that I am, because that's at the point where I just don't want to be there anymore. So yeah, anyways, okay, this intro was long enough. Let's get into it, and I will start explaining how everything happened and all stuff like that. I don't want to talk about when I talked to my parents and Irving's mom. It's just, I don't know, they took it well, everything went well. It's I kind of just told them what happened. I didn't really want to get into it with them. I just told them yeah, this happened, and they just told us you guys have to get your crap together. So we were okay. This all started back in November. Tell you, this was a very hard time for both Irving and I, because we were kind of at the place where we were this happened, and we both kind of had this career stuff planned for each other. He had this big dream of the Marines, stuff like that. Obviously he can still go to it, obviously I can still achieve my dream and stuff like that, but it's kind of the place that me and Irving were in, where we were what if this ruins stuff, or what if this doesn't go as planned, stuff like that. But basically this happened in November 20th. I actually remember the date because I just felt different. After that, I kind of just felt this is different. So yeah, I talked to him, and we were actually at a friend's house. They had a hot tub there, so me and him went down there, and we were just talking about stuff, and I told him this just feels weird, I don't know. And it was Thanksgiving break, and the night before we had a party for me, because my birthday was in October, but my birthday didn't really go good. That whole month of my birthday was just horrible for me, so they kind of just decided to plan me a party and stuff like that. Sorry, my eyelash keeps getting stuck. So we get back to their house and stuff like that, and 2 days passed, and we were debating on whether or not I should take a pill, I should just wait it out and see what my options are and stuff like that. And I was just I can't live with the fact. I'm the type of person that has to know what the plan is, what everything is how everything's supposed to go. I don't like to just be unplanned, and that's how kind of everything was this whole time, because nothing was planned, nothing was meant to be going the way that it went. So we were kind of just we messed up, at first we're we messed up, and this is on us, so we have to make the decision. Nobody knew but me and Irving until 2 days later. We talked to 3 people in the house, and her name was Vanessa, and our friend Elmer and Anthony. And we were all just in a room. First it was just Elmer and Vanessa, and we were like, so this happened, and we kind of need help. Like, we don't know what to do and stuff like that. And you know, they were offering us like options and telling us like, oh, everything will be fine, everything, like, whatever decision you guys decide to make will be okay. So Irving and I are kind of just sitting there, and we're like debating everything, and then Anthony comes in, and we're like, okay, you know what, like, we trust him. We were just kind of like, we trust him, so we let things go with the flow. And there was a bunch of other people at the house, so we decided to go into the bathroom, and that bathroom has like a walk-in closet, so we all just sat in there, and like they were talking to me like about everything, like all my options, like if I do keep the baby, like they'll support me and everything like that. Like, for some reason I'm against abortion, I'm against anything like that unless it is like absolutely necessary, but for me it just did not feel right to take a pill, because it doesn't make me feel good, because I never believe that a baby is sent to you on accident, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, but I was just sitting there, and you know, we were all laughing and stuff like that, and we were just thinking of the future and the good in it. We were looking at the good in it. We never really looked at like anything bad. We never said that this would be something that was bad, but we kind of just like looking at it and stuff like that. So I kind of took like 20 to 30 minutes to decide, like, and think about what I truly wanted. Irving was kind of just like, you know what, like, I'm gonna be here either way. So I said yes, like, I want to go through with it. I think that I should. And so, like, 2 weeks later, Vanessa picks me up from school with Genevieve and Irving, and we go to the Walmart by where she lives. Okay, I'm about to buy this pregnancy test, so not many people knew at that point. It was only just me, Irving, Vanessa, Elmer, and Anthony that knew, and we were kind of waiting on it. So she picks us up, we go to her house, and I'm like kind of like, I was in the kitchen, and I was just kind of like coming up with excuses to not go into the bathroom, but then I was like, no, I gotta go, like, I have to know. So then I go into the bathroom, and then after I'm done doing everything, I call Irving in there, and I'm like, Irving, can you come in here with me, because I just don't want to be here alone when the results come out. And so he was like, yeah. So we're both sitting there, and I'm just like anxiously waiting. So he tells me to turn around and like face the wall, and so I did, because he wanted to find out first. And so it was like 3 minutes pass, and I turned around when I heard the beeping. Like, I literally, when I heard the beeping, that's all I heard. It was just the beeping and me. Like, that's all I felt like that there was just the beeping. Like, I toned everything out, but as soon as I heard like those 3 beeps, I was like, the answer's here. I turn around as soon as it beeps, and Irving's face is pale, and he looks at it, and he's like he doesn't know what to say. And I was like, what? Like, obviously by the way your face is, I am. And he was like, just, and like he hands it to me, and like I just break down crying. It's not like because I broke down because I didn't want to be pregnant. It's because I just, that's like a, you know, like that's like where you don't know what you're crying for. You don't know if it's sad tears, scared tears, happy tears. Like, you're kind of just crying because you're crying. So I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like, what? Huh? So me and Irving kind of go out into the living room. We open the door, and I walk out there, and Genevieve's doing her homework on the floor. Anthony just woke up from a nap, so did Elmer, and I look at them and I tell them that it's positive, and they're like, holy, like, oh my god. And I was like, yeah. So then I FaceTime Gretchen. I literally just FaceTime her with me facing the camera towards the test results, and she just starts crying, and it was insane. A couple of months go by. I don't know why I held off telling my parents for so long. I think it was because I was so scared of disappointment and like disappointing them. I kind of felt like I betrayed them in a way. I don't know. So when I told my mom, I actually had Genevieve and Irving with me. I remember so the people that I first told out of my family was my sister-in-law and my brother, because I've always been super close to them and I was super comfortable with them, and I was just like, I just feel better if I talk to them, because they went through that. So I was just like, okay. So my brother told me to talk to her. One day he came over, I think it was the day before, and he's like, do you just want to talk to her now? And I was like, no, I don't feel comfortable yet. And then that night I actually came into the room and started talking to Irving, because he lived with us for certain situations before that. So he lived with us for a bit. He was just staying here for a bit, and then I told him, I was like, tomorrow's the day that we have to tell them. We can't hold this off anymore. And this was around February, so I was like, we cannot hold this off anymore. We have to own up to it. We had to tell them what's going on, because it's not good that I'm not going to the doctor. So we did. And the next day came, and it was a Friday, and I was like freaking out, because I texted Genevieve the night before, and I was like, hey, so do you think you could talk to my mom with me? I just feel comfortable with you being there. And she was like, yeah, of course. So she went with me, and then Irving got here, and we were in my room for maybe 2.5 hours debating what to say. We were like trying to come up with stories to tell her. We were just, it was so hard to tell her, because like I'm so close to my mom. So she comes in here, and I texted her at school. I was already at school, and I was like, hey mom, like, can I talk to you after school with Genevieve? And then she was like, yeah, that's fine. So then I get home, me and Genevieve go on a walk, or I think we went on a walk. Or was that another day? I don't remember. We went somewhere, and then we came back, and we came in my room, and then we were just like, this is it. So it turns like 6:30ish, 7, and I'm still debating on telling her. Jenna's like, dude, just do it. So I was like, okay. So then I called my mom, and I was like, mom, come in here. And she sits down, and I just broke down crying. Like, even before I said anything, like, I just broke down crying, and I told her what happened, and she was like, oh. So she goes to my dad. She didn't take it bad. Like, she just kind of was like in shock, like, holy crap, like, this actually happened. And so she goes into her room, and my brother's in there, like, I don't remember what he was doing. He was doing something in their bathroom, and she said it, and she didn't know he was in there. So he kind of looks at them, and he was like, don't be mad at her. Like, I understand it's like a scary situation and all, but just don't be mad at her, because she knows what happened is not the best thing for her. But at the same time, don't stress her out. She was already stressed enough by telling you guys. So don't try to take it out on her. Just try to give her time, and she'll give you guys time and stuff like that. So later that night, I didn't go out of my room at all. I was kind of just sitting here, like, thinking the whole time. And then we hear like a knock at my door, and it's my dad. As soon as I saw his face, I kind of just felt like crying, because, like, that's my dad. So when he came in, I kind of just, like, everyone kind of just looking down, like, we couldn't look at them and talk, So he's just telling us, like, you know what happened, like, you guys just have to get everything together, you guys have to finish school and stuff like that. We were just like, yeah, we know, and stuff. It's just stuff like that. And so, like, another week passes since I told my parents, and we go over to Irving's mom's, and we tell her, and she kind of just knew off the bat. She was just like, I was pregnant, and he was like, yeah. She was like, okay, we'll just get everything together. And our parents were really in shock because of how far along I was. I was already like 3.5 months. So they were like, oh, so this has been going on for a while, and your friends knew before we did. And I was like, yeah. And so we kind of just let things go. I go to my first appointment, everything like that, with my mom and Irving, and they give me like a heart ultrasound, stuff like that, and it went good, And ever since, it's it's been really good. And then we had our gender reveal, obviously, you guys saw the video, and it was, yeah, it was just, I don't know. It's been mentally draining. It's been very stressful, and I don't think people understand that. I don't think people will understand until they're in my shoes. People will not understand until they're in your shoes, until they're going through what you're going through. Like, people have been mean. There's been more support than there has been negativity, but from some friends I haven't gotten a message from. I haven't even spoke to them, but you know, I kind of just gotta ignore it, because it's like at the point where it's just like whatever, you know, like if people aren't gonna be there for me, then they aren't gonna be there. I've had to accept that the hard way, and I don't know, it's been so tough, and I don't know. But this pregnancy was very stressful, and it has been very stressful. It's been a good pregnancy, but it hasn't. Like, a lot of it has been bad because, one, I'm young and in high school, and it's not easy being pregnant and going to school while people are just staring at you and like act like you made some sort of sin and like you screwed up your whole life and you screwed up their lives. Like, I don't understand why people let it affect them, because it's not affecting them. Like, it's my life, you know. So I don't know, that's just been the most stressful part. And then part of it too is just like all the things that I've lost along the way. Like, I'm kind of glad I did lose them, because it's just like I didn't need them anymore. So yeah, but it has been stressful because at a certain point Irving and I were arguing so much. We were literally just like, we couldn't be with each other for more than 5 minutes without arguing. And this was like my first month of like pregnancy. It was around Christmas time to like up to the end of January. It was just constant fighting, and you know, there was like certain points where we were like, we should probably just break up. We should probably just go our separate ways and stuff like that. But for some reason, it never felt right. So we just give each other breaks, and yeah, that was very stressful. But we have gotten so much better since then. We've grown a lot mentally, and we actually have grown a lot closer. We're each other's best friends. We're each other's everything. Like, he's somebody that means so much to me, and I just want him to be part of my life forever. He's somebody that I would never get rid of, because we've gone through a lot, and I don't know, he's become a really important person in my life, and I love him with all of my heart, because he's been there when no one else wanted to be there or had the time to be there. Like, there was like a certain point, even when I was just friends with him, I was going through like a hard time, and he was the first one there. I don't know where, and then I was being like, not like bullied at school, but I was being talked about at school my sophomore year over some stupid situation, and I was so like sad and depressed about it, because I was always a good person to people. I never want to hurt somebody, like, I don't know, but people are cruel like that. People don't care. So to have someone like him and the rest of the friends that were there for me, it was just, I don't know, I was really like grateful for it. And people would always call like our group like stupid and it's never gonna last. Like, they were right about like the lasting part, because you know it's high school, but like it was just kind of like, you don't really know us. Like, even if we don't talk, we're still gonna be there for each other in some way, unless it's like to a point where we're just like, no, they're too toxic for us. But we've always been there for each other. So to have Irving still be there for me after everything that we've all gone through, after everything that I've been through with him, and for him to just own up to so much and be truthful with me, and just, I don't know. But my pregnancy now, for kind of like an update, is going pretty damn good. I'd say I'm getting back into the school cycle because I did miss a couple of weeks of school because it was just so hard to go back. And now that I'm back at school, it's just kind of like I have to get used to the fact that, you know, people know now. And I kind of wish that I could have kept this whole thing a secret sometimes, because like I don't like to share my personal problems to people that I don't really know about or talk to or care for. And I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty hard to go back to school, but now I'm back at it and stuff like that, and teachers are treating me a lot better because I guess they found out too. It's going pretty good. It's going a lot better than it was before, and now I'm just like in that spot where I really just want to meet the baby. I really just want to meet him, and I want to like parts of his life with everybody. I don't know, I want him to be here. And yeah, so that's basically it for my pregnancy update. But for me personally right now, it's just stress because school's ending, we have finals and stuff like that, and it's being stressful. And me and Irving, we're kind of just like, he's focusing on school and work, I'm focusing on school and the baby and myself. So yeah, it's like I have to take care of myself, and then I have to take care of the baby, and then I have to school to worry about. It's like I just need to figure everything out right now because I'm the type of person that has to figure it out or else it's not gonna happen. So yeah, but I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been there for me throughout this whole journey, because in 3 months this journey is about to like actually begin. It's like actually like gonna happen now and stuff like that, because I'm 25 weeks now, so I'm almost there. And yeah, I want to thank everyone that's been there for me. They know who they are. Those 4 people have definitely been there for me, and I just kind of like want to thank them. And you know, also to my family too, because if it wasn't for my family not being here for me and Irving and his side of his family, like we would be so lost. And I'm just so thankful for them. And yeah, I will actually be posting a different video. I know you guys would probably have had enough of this like pregnancy stuff, because that's all I've been really like focusing on. But yeah, like hopefully next week I can film a different video with Irving, or you guys can meet someone else. I don't know, but yeah. So I will see you guys. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just honestly gonna be posting when I can post, because at this point it's gone to the point where I cannot post on the day that I say I'm gonna post. I will let you guys know when I'm gonna post. I have to edit this, and then I have to do schoolwork. Yeah, that's basically it. So comment down some video ideas or some other stuff that you guys want to know, because I'm out of it. Just be happy, stay true to yourself, and just spread love and peace. And I will see you guys whenever I post again. So, bye.